Hello, thank you, Jim. Sorry, I'm just realised I'm being rude with my sunglasses on, talking to you. Thought we'd do a slightly different grid walk today and just have a little wander around and a poke about. And had a bit of a hectic week actually, and I'm running on a short fuse. If any of these prima donna racing drivers turn me down today, I might have a slap at them actually. I thought we'd have a look into good chance to have a zoom in on this Ferrari. Very rarely we're allowed in and just looking so closely at it. And I was just watching just before we were thrown down here from the studio. Michael Schumacher was surrounded by 50, 60 people, some interviewing him, some just trying to shake his hand. And it's incredible really for a major sporting event. I'm trying to imagine a footballer taking a key penalty, having to put up with 40 or 50 people talking to him just before he takes a penalty. Let's go down the grid because there's some fascinating ideas. Remember I showed you on the Brazilian grid poking our nose into the back of the McLaren? Well, I've noticed today there's so many more cars now. Look, they actually they're building a tent around the back of it, so we're not allowed to see any of the action. This is Mario Illionaire, who designs the engines for at Ilmor Formula 1, and he will hate us if we can get in there and see any kind of detail of how that they're going to fold the tent back now. Look, and then immediately look, two more guys are ready with the engine cover, so nobody, and still there's more covers underneath to make sure nobody can see the goodies and make sure that the other teams can't get an advantage. But here's a Ferrari, look, absolutely fully exposed. Normally you just can't get anywhere near one of these things when they're virtually together, but they're still checking the car, still tightening things up, and just those last minute checks. It always amazes me how much they've got to do. Don't you sometimes wonder who all these people are on the grid? I do. I don't know what they're all doing here. I don't know what job role they've got. One of these fine days on a different grid walk, we'll stop a few of them and just try and find out what they're doing here and what they're trying to achieve. But then notice how the grid just starts to get a little bit less busy. Jenson Button's going to be, we're not going to try and talk to him, but he's going to be, he's not in the car. He's playing the cool bit as usual. I don't know where he is actually. In fact, he's not even on the grid, is he? Can't see him anywhere. So JB is very cool. JV over here, Mr. Villeneuve in the BAR as ever. Look, he's under the. I've just been moved out of the way. Hello, Bernard. How are you? I'm not even going to talk to him today. Can't be bothered. Have a look at this. Look, JV underneath the mandatory umbrella, and it's not even raining. And he's sitting there, he's got his patch on his nose, look, to keep, so he can breathe a little bit better. How you doing, mate? And he's just focused, calm. The last thing he needed was me sticking my thumb up saying, how you doing? He's really trying to focus on what he's going to do. He's quite near the front of the grid. What is he, 6th on the grid, I think. And he can go, right down the inside. There's loads and loads of space down there when they get moving a little bit further. And Jordan have got on to a little bit of a cover-upper as well, haven't they? Look, truly getting in his car, getting ready, and we got the same situation again where we got this heat-proof cover. Again, we're going to see that coming off, and the mechanics is so well rehearsed. They work together so well as a team to make sure that they've got what they need. Well, I think that's given you probably a bit better feel of just the general action that's going down here on the grid. Back to you in the studio.